It was late, the kind of late where the city hums a different tune, a quieter, more watchful one. I was still unpacking, surrounded by boxes, when I heard it. A tentative tap, then another on my brand new door. My heart gave a little jump. Who knocks on a stranger's door at this hour? I peered through the peephole, and there she was. A tiny figure, no older than 7, with wide, curious eyes, clutching a well-loved, slightly grubby stuffed bunny. And that was the moment I realized this wasn't just a new neighbor. I'd just moved into Flat 3B, a modest London apartment, hoping for a fresh start, a quiet space to paint and write. I'm Harper, by the way. Across the landing, in 3A, lived Luke and his daughter, Ellie. I'd only seen Luke in passing, a blur of exhaustion and hurried movements, always with a protective arm around Ellie. He was a single father, and you could see the weight of the world in his shoulders. Ellie, however, was a force of nature. "Hello," she chirped, her voice bright. "Are you the new door?" Before I could answer, a hand reached out, gently but firmly pulling her back. Luke, his eyes, though tired, held a clear warning. "Ellie, we don't bother the new neighbors." He offered me a curt, almost apologetic nod. "Sorry about that." "She's curious." Ellie, undeterred, held up her bunny. "This is Flopsy. She wanted to meet you." I smiled, a genuine warmth spreading through me. "It's nice to meet Flopsy, Ellie. And you too." Luke's guard seemed to drop just a fraction, a flicker of something unreadable in his eyes. He scooped Ellie up, a silent apology in his gaze, and retreated into 3A. It was a brief encounter, but it left an impression. A tiny crack in the wall he'd built around himself. The next morning, the quiet hum of the building was shattered by a different kind of sound. Chaos. I was making coffee when I heard it. A frantic scramble from 3, a muffled shouts, a child's distressed cry, and the unmistakable thud of something being knocked over. "Where is it, Ellie? We're going to be late." Luke's voice, usually so controlled, was laced with panic. "My sparkly shoe. I can't find it," Ellie wailed. I heard the distinct sound of keys being tossed, and a frustrated groan. Luke couldn't find his keys either. They were running late, and the morning was spiraling. I didn't intervene. I knew Luke wouldn't appreciate it. But as I stepped out to get the mail, I saw it. Tucked under the communal shoe rack, half hidden by a forgotten umbrella, was a single, glittery, pink shoe. Ellie's. I picked it up, a small smile playing on my lips, and placed it gently on their doormat, right next to a potted plant. A quiet act, unnoticed, but hopefully helpful. Days turned into a week. I'd see Ellie sometimes, peeking out from behind Luke's leg, or hear her muffled laughter through the thin walls. Luke remained a fortress, polite but distant. Then, one afternoon, while I was lost in the vibrant chaos of a new painting, my door creaked open. Ellie. She'd wandered in, silent as a shadow, her eyes wide with wonder at the canvases, the tubes of paint, the riot of colors. Luke, I later learned, was on a particularly intense work call, headphones on, oblivious. I could have sent her back, but something in her innocent curiosity stopped me. "Hello, little explorer," I whispered, not wanting to startle her. She just stared, mesmerized by the brushstrokes. I offered her a small, unused canvas and some watercolors. "Want to make some magic?" She nodded, a shy smile blooming. For the next hour, she sat quietly, painting alongside me, safe and content. When Luke finally emerged, frantic, his face was a mixture of relief and profound embarrassment. "Harper, I am so sorry." I didn't even hear her. I just waved it off. She was good company. A natural artist. Luke's gratitude was palpable, but so was his discomfort. He was a man who prided himself on self-reliance, on handling everything himself. Needing help, even unspoken, was a chink in his armor. He'd tried to repay me with small, awkward gestures. a freshly baked cookie from a local shop, a quick offer to carry my groceries. Each time, I'd just smile and say, "Neighbors help neighbors, Luke." Another evening, I found Ellie slumped against their door, a workbook open on her lap, a crayon clutched in her fist, tears welling in her eyes. Homework. It looked like a word search, and she was clearly frustrated. "It's too hard," she sniffled. Luke was still at work, or so I assumed. Too hard? I mused, kneeling beside her. Or just a treasure hunt waiting to be solved? I took a spare crayon, drew a little X on the first word she needed to find. "This is your first clue. Find it, and you'll unlock the next." Her eyes lit up. We spent the next 20 minutes on the hallway floor, turning a chore into an adventure. By the time Luke arrived home, Ellie was beaming, her homework complete, a sense of accomplishment radiating from her. Luke watched us, a complex mix of emotions playing across his face. Relief, certainly, but also that familiar flicker of unease. He hated needing help. He hated the idea of letting anyone in, of becoming dependent. His past, whatever it held, had taught him to be guarded, to protect his small family unit fiercely. But Ellie was slowly, unknowingly, chipping away at his defenses. These small moments, these quiet acts of kindness, were weaving a delicate thread between our flats. A thread Luke tried to ignore, tried to cut, but one that Ellie, with her innocent charm, kept retying. Then the phone rang. It was midday, a Tuesday. I was in my flat, sketching, when I heard the sharp, insistent ring from 3. A moment later, Luke's voice, strained, urgent. I couldn't make out the words, but the tone was unmistakable. Crisis. I heard him slam the phone down, then pick it up again almost immediately. Another call. This one, I gathered, was work. His voice was low, intense, filled with the language of corporate emergency. He was trapped between 2 impossible demands. Then his phone buzzed again. A text. I heard his sharp intake of breath. The school. An emergency. A burst pipe. A sudden closure. All children had to be picked up by midday. And it was already almost that. Luke was caught. His boss was demanding his full attention on an urgent, time-sensitive project. Ellie needed to be picked up, and there was no one else. No family, no friends he could call. He was alone, facing an impossible choice. His eyes darted to my door, then away. The pride, the fear of reliance, warring with the desperate need to protect his daughter. He hesitated. I could almost feel his internal struggle through the wall. The seconds ticked by, each one a hammer blow against his resolve. He picked up his phone, his fingers hovering over the contacts. He scrolled, then stopped. His thumb paused. He took a deep, shaky breath. Then he pressed call. My phone vibrated on the table. An unknown number. I almost ignored it, but something made me pick up. "Hello?" "Harper." Luke's voice was tight, barely a whisper. "It's Luke. From 3A. I need your help." "Ellie's school? They're closing. Emergency. I'm stuck on a work call. I can't leave. There's no one else. Could you possibly pick her up?" I didn't hesitate. "Yes, Luke, of course. I'm leaving now." But Luke didn't know what would happen next. If you want part 2, comment part 2 and I'll continue.